Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, obviously tired Pat. You can see there's a special guest, Stinky Pig Boy, circling around. How you doing, Stinky? Looks smelly. Isn't smelly. When am I not tired? Actually, since coming out to BC, I've actually felt a lot better overall. It's just today's a long day. Just so happens to be that way. Is this game cursed for Pat always to be tired for? Maybe. Oh, look at that boy. Oh, there he goes. He dead. He died. Rip. Rip and piss, buddy. I love that dog. That's my kissing dog. That's my dog. I go, hey, buddy, and he's like, that's my dog. Some dogs is for hunting, some dogs is for garden, and that's a kissing dog. Ugh. Man, I feel so bummed out right before the stream. And I mean right before the stream. Like 20 minutes ago. I got to 24 rank 24.8 in the Crystal Conflict series, which means I have 2 games to go before I get that fancy Dark Knight armor that everybody can wear. And I'm gonna have all my crafters wear it. Because that's fucking hilarious to me. I think the fact that they made a gigantic, edgy suit of armor that every class in the game can wear, including the crafters and the healers, fucking hilarious. Nanomachiner says, oh, fuck off on what class? It has no requirements. You can put it on anything. Why is 70% of the why is the couch cover only on 70% of the couch? Because that fat bitch there. That's why. Heartless Healer asks, Pat, have people told you the amount of tries that Wooly went through in order to beat Melania? No. So first of all, I assume that means he beat it, so congrats. Congrats. Congrats to Wooly. How many attempts did it take? Is my question. 87. So here's my question. What is that in terms of time? 8 hours? Yeah, Max did a similar thing. Maybe I'm just a dirtbag. Maybe I'm just a complete piece of fucking shit. But when I rolled, maybe I played, you know what? Maybe I played Demon Souls first. But when I roll into a fucking boss in one of these games, I'm not like, I'm gonna have an honorable duel. I'm thinking of, what can I shove up its ass to give it super cancer so that I fucking kill it in 2 seconds. Yellow Couch! Shoot it through the fog gate, let's go! Yellow Couch knows what's going on. The original duo boss Maneater. Should I fucking fight it? Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna shoot one of them through the fucking gate. Cause fuck duo bosses in Demon Souls. Hell yeah. I'm gonna go fight the fucking dirty Colossus. Firebomb. Eat shit, motherfucker. Diana says, fuck duo bosses in Souls games. I would usually agree. Except for Elden Ring, actually. Because Elden Ring gives you an enormous amount of tools to deal with duo bosses. Mainly, the ability to come in with as many party members as you want, regardless of your online status. Playing Elden Ring, I have no desire to ever summon a real player. Ever. I don't care. I would rather have the robot than a person any day of the week. For one, it's faster. Like, you don't have to do the online thing. Owie Rob says, but Pat, what if the spirit ashes make my pee-pee smaller? Well, then that's probably a good thing. Because it might smallen it to a human size, where you could actually use it. Otherwise, it would be too big. People walking around with centaur cocks and shit, right? Use the spirit ashes, okay? Just tone it down a bit. Hey, you kids want to talk about centaur dicks? Me either. So let's move on. You know who I bet would talk at length about centaur dicks? Date. Kaname Date be like, yo, I drank some centaur blood. And everyone be like, what? Tama would talk about centaur dicks. You're right. That's true. Monkey Weed, you are reminding me of what might be the worst Eric Andre stand-up joke in the entire run of the Eric Andre show. And to be fair, it is played for a bad joke. But he talks about, what is it? It's like, you guys see those photos of Beyonce on the beach? She's got 6 tits like a dog. And then he just looks back at Hannibal. And then a guy coughs in the audience. And it's... You know, I'm gonna test the chat. Let's say you're walking down the street. Just a regular ass street in your regular old town. And you see Eric Andre walking down the street. Towards you. What do? That's right. You fucking run. You fucking absolutely run. I don't want to fucking be on the fucking street sections of the Eric Andre show. Okay? No. Nah. You'll be in the man. You'll be the man running away bit. Don't care. I'm gonna run my little legs as fast as they'll carry. Shit. I dropped a bottle cap. Darn. Now I have to try and get the bottle cap with my foot. Yeah. Geef will try and eat it, so I gotta. Yeah, I did it. I've got the bottle cap. Boopus ran to the window. I think he thinks there's a deer or something. Ah. Hey, you got. Hey. Right. Hey. So right before. Hey. Right before the stream, I was watching a TikTok about this cowboy at the Calgary Stampede. And he was trying on one of them one of them menstrual cramp simulators. You seen these things? Where they slap electrodes to your stomach and they zap the shit out of you. And I'm like, man, I should try one. Like, I feel like we could do. I think that would be good for people to try out, right? You'd get a little bit more sympathy for the women folk, right? But also, right? Because like you want to make keeps panting. You wanna be like, all right, young men in the high school, it's gonna be part of your sex education class. We're gonna zap you, right? But you can't mandate that, right? Because that'd be fucked up, right? But you know what you can do? You know what you can totally do? The girls who are already getting their periods, right? Would obviously totally crush it, no problem. Because they, right? And so you just have all the girls go first. And then you let them like, hey dudes, what, are you too much of a fucking pussy to wear the shocker? And then that problem would solve itself right away. If straight up, if a teacher in my, like, 9th grade class stood up at the front of the room and said, who's tough enough to eat this fucking hot pepper, like, dudes would be punching each other in the face to get to it the fastest. Right? It reminds me of, like, when I went to Rooster Teeth and I walked into a room and a bunch of dudes are just standing around tasing the shit out of each other with a cattle prod they found. And like my thought process was, well, I want to make a good impression and I want to make sure these guys know I'm not a pussy. So yeah, fucking hit me. And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, fucking hit me, you pussy. And then he zapped me and it was pretty, ooh. And then after I had gotten zapped, Woolie's like, all right, come on, hit me. Right? Because what? I'm going to do it and he's not going to, like, you fucking, come on. Come on. Right? Yeah, it was at the Rooster Teeth. It was before we signed up for them. We went down there to hang out, see if they were cool. They were cool. Really Big Rock says, God, men are fucking idiots. What's wrong with us? It's, I don't know, man. Because you know what I'm thinking of, Really Big Rocks? Because of your name? I'm thinking of, like, a game me and some of my friends in like elementary school would play, or we'd just try and chuck rocks as high in the air as we could and like look at them come down. And like yeah, every now and then you could blast it in the face with a rock, but like it was fine. It was fine probably. I remember. Oh god. I remember. God, I almost killed a guy. I just remember. Oh my god. I absolutely almost killed someone doing that. I just like, you know, when you're talking about something and like a memory that you haven't thought about in 20 years just go boom, right? So me and some kid were walking home from school, and it was in the middle of the winter, and we were grabbing like the not like on the side of the road after they've plowed it, like the snow's like really hard in the edge, so you can pick up like a really big piece of snow, right? Like a really huge, like a little boulder. Um, and then we were like chucking them into the air, and then they would smash on the road, right? And it would explode, and we were like, "Yay, that's cool!" And then I picked up a really big one and threw it straight up, and it went straight through the windshield of a guy driving his car right next to us. And he slammed on the brakes and like almost fishtailed, and then got out of his car and just started fucking screaming. And then we ran away. And then that's the end of that story. And I talk shit about my brother. I think there's a difference between doing a stupid thing as a child that you unknowingly damage someone's car and stealing someone's car. I think that's I think there's a Also, I'm 8 years old in this story, by the way. So, I don't know what you guys were doing at 8, but I was doing tons of stupid shit. Oh, so it was 40 years ago? Yeah, pretty much. Thank you. Future State 10 says, yeah, no, that's a lawsuit. Fun fact, Canada does not sue people like the US does. It's actually extremely rare to deal with a lawsuit. Extremely rare. Yeah, it's a lot harder to sue people, and people usually would rather solve it out of court. Yeah, what I'm saying is that if they had zapped me with the menstruation trainer before I went out to school that day or after, I wouldn't have had the strength to pick up that boulder, and then that guy's car would have been fine. It's basically the school's fault. It's the education system's problem. Man, like out in Canada, we got the sex ed in the school, right? And it's pretty basic, but it covers the bases. But it's too late, right? I was in grade five. I was in grade five when they came in and they wheeled in the TV, and the TV was like, "Here's a song about your body called Changes. Changes keep happening. You'll grow hair, whatever." Right? And I look like this. And they're like, "Well, you hair, Mike." Like, really? Yeah. Uh huh. Tell me more. Your class got in the first year of high school, man. What is the first year of high school out in the states? That might sound like a silly question, but for me, high school started at grade 7. Grade 9? Wow, that's pretty late. There were definitely people in my classes getting pregnant in grade 9. So that's obviously way too late. Way too late. Kids these days are fucking weird. Put your penis away. Just put it away. I just thought of like the meanest thing in the world. It's sequential sex ed where you only teach sex ed to the not ugly kids. Oh man. Oh. Oh, that's mean. Okay. Hey, Adamant sub. Thanks, Adamant. Appreciate it. And Jamajar sub. 3 years ago. Thanks, man. Austin does the thing sub. 2 month after 10 years. What a trip it's been. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Jackie the Frost sub. Thanks, Jackie. Since 3 is a direct sequel to both, I started replaying the Xenoblades, the first and second. I do have to say, I don't think 1 aged as well as many people think it did. Well, blah. While 2 has more minor issues, I think it's leaps and bounds better than 2 in terms of story. I think you mean 1. In terms of story, gameplay, and characters. Less than 3 weeks now. I'm excited. So, you're probably right. But Rex, though. And that's kind of the problem. Um, if you don't like the main character, you're gonna have a trouble. Um, Final Fantasy 12, until you get Balthier and Bosch, is a slog. Is a slog. It is terrible. By the way, I wanna read off what people in the chat thinks of Rex. Rex is great. Rex is fine. Rex sucks. Shulk over Rex any day. He's fine. He's just there for the dojins. He is the worst. He is great, though. Rex is fine. I hate Rex's guts. That is not a unified opinion. Chance H kicked in a sub to say Lepog. Thank you, Chance. Saying Blitz sub to say Gundamania. I don't know why you just said Gundamania, but okay. Ronan Roaring subbed. Howdy, Pat. You hear Bandai Namco got hacked? I did hear Bandai Namco got hacked. Apparently they got ransomware. It'll be interesting to see what comes of that. Hopefully the answer is nothing. You know, I'm thinking about Elden Ring, right? And you know what build I want to go through? I want to do a goddamn faith build again, just with different spells. And slightly different weapons. Lemon HKK kicked in a sub. Hey Pat, you should check out a game called Nova Drift. It's a rogue-like asteroids with an upgrade tree, similar to 20 Minutes Till Dawn. I was reminded about the game when you talked about Vampire Survivor clones in the recent podcast. Also, are you ready to learn more about what happened 6 years ago? Let's check it out. By the way, Finetti Sonata says, God, I wish the faith spells were better. The faith spells in Elden Ring are absolutely just as good as the sorceries. There's some winners and losers, but the winners are incredible. They don't have the Kamehameha. That's true. That's true, they don't. But they do have a lot of different kinds of projectiles. And you get Rot Breath and Scarlet Aeonia. And the Madness Beam. And Black Flame. I don't know if you guys saw, there's a clip going around of a guy throwing down fucking Giant's Flame Take Thee at some invaders, and it just melted two of them instantly. Diana the Ascian says, I never use the madness stuff. Is it good? Hey, guess what? If you equip all the anti-madness gear your body can carry and use the infinite FP flask, the high-end madness spell is actually just as good as Azur's Comet. You mean the super long range hit scan laser? No, I mean the one that comes out of your eyes and does like a little arc. There's a video of some people annihilating Melania, and she can't get close to you. Because it acts as a strike. So it actually stuns her. Any PC performance fixes for Elden Ring yet? I guess right now I feel like it's as good as it's gonna get. Kemi Bell sub to say 6 years ago. It's true. Sofo subbed. Imagine catching COVID 2 weeks after starting your new job and not knowing you have it while you move your entire house in a single day. Well, I mean, at least you're not suffering the ill effects, right? That's nice. Zipper Hand sub. Thanks, Zipper. Looking forward to Kaname Date making so many women on Twitter acting unwise. Yeah, I just saw a tweet about that where Date in universe is getting no pussy, but Date in our universe would have died from mega AIDS by now. You know? Rat Bastard says, I can fix him. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Josh Man VGH kicked in 500 bits. This is so passive aggressive. I love it. Josh Man says, well, I completed Zero Time Dilemma. And you were absolutely right. 999 sure is a great game. Oh, it's I love it. Sonic draws up. Thanks, man. Mask of Michael kicked in the 500 bits. Thanks, Mask. Let's say you're forced to make a 3-hour-long video essay about some kind of media franchise. Which one would you find the easiest to make? Final Fantasy. But that's cheating, isn't it? Resident Evil. Basically, you want to do anything with a huge amount of entries. Right? You want to do something with a massive amount of entries so you can cut it down to, like, you can chop it up into little pieces. So if you did Final Fantasy, you would have to cover each Final Fantasy game for maybe 90 seconds to cover 3 hours. Yeah, Mega Man. Oh, God, that'd be easy. Kid Enby subbed. Said I was today years old when I found out the brown sugar is actually just regular sugar with molasses in it. That's true. Me and Paige actually figured that out relatively recently ourselves. Okay, I did. Paige already knew that. But, oh, why are you guys yelling about Geef? Oh, Zunger. Hey. Hey. I love you. I love him. Hey, you want to see something cool? I love you. So, if Zangief is like far away from us, or under the bed or something like that, all we have to do is make a fart noise, and he like goes crazy and runs at us. So check this out. He's all the way down there. Like, he hates it. I love you, buddy. I love you. I love you. So like, if me and Paige are like on the bed and we hear him fucking with something he's not supposed to be fucking with, right? Right? We go, and he just like runs and jumps on the bed. Sit. He hates it. He hates it. Hey, Barracuda kicked in a sub. Thanks, Barracuda. Hi again for the 26th month, Pat. Hey, man. I appreciate it. Given the seemingly frequently Given the seemingly frequent blackouts in the BC, have you looked into portable power stations like the Jackery Power Station? It might be handy to have the stream up, even if the power is out for a few hours. Anyway, much love to you, Paige, Keith, and Elmo. Absolutely. But as I'm still in a temporary setup, I'm not going to be going and installing generators and shit. Thank you. No. Set. Go get it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where is it? Where is it? No, it's gone. It's over there. It's over there. I don't have it. I don't have it. No. No toy. Where'd it go? What? No, sorry, buddy. Oh, it was right here. It was right there all along. 10 Division kicked in 7 months. Thanks, man. What's more important, one guy's car window or what 500 people dread people getting to hear a hilarious story? Net gain. Yep, see? Works out. Ha! Rigmarole sub. 6 years ago. That's true. Plaid's a new plaid sub. Thanks, man. Dear Pat, my friends make fun of me because I don't wear shorts in the summer. Outside of swim trunks while swimming, they insist that only wearing denim pants is crazy. So how do I go about making new friends? Any advice? Just walk around and see if anybody else is wearing only denim. Then you can be friends with them. Problem solved. Rat Bastard kicked in a sub. I'm gonna give Date a noogie. Good for you, man. Crazy Crow sub. Faith for life. Doing a soul level 1 run with no weapon upgrades because dragon shit is stupid. It's kind of stupid. As in Jack H sub. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And last but definitely not least, it's good old Gabe Sweetman. Hey, Gabe. How you doing, man? The Horikoshi writing method. Who the fuck is Horikoshi? Do you mean Uchikoshi? Anyway. Quote. Oh, really? Hero Academia? Okay. Pat, have you ever heard of the Philadelphia prison's Principal Schrodinger's quantum cat dilemma principal paradox? Don't worry, let me explain this concept for the next 20 minutes by individually unraveling every noodle on this plate of spaghetti. Try to remember this. I'll only explain it 6 more times depending on how many roots this game has. You're right. You're right. And Brass Narwhal sub. Hey Pat, I had that story about stealing the win from my friend at the school Smash tournament from the podcast. Just like to publicly apologize to him because giving him a gaming house was definitely not a big enough apology. Yeah, so Brass Narwhal's telling this fucking story during the middle of the podcast in the chat where he went to a fucking school tournament and beat his friend's ass at Smash, who would have been the winner otherwise. But he was disqualified because he didn't go to that school. But then they wouldn't give the prize to his friend either because he lost. You got fucking scammed, bro. Your friend should have absolutely gotten the prize if you got disqualified. There's no reason for you to apologize. They fucking fucked you. Hey, Inkwell kicked in 500 bits. Thanks, man. What's up, Pat? Glad to finally catch you live on the Twitch. Hope Vancouver's treating you well, man. Everybody out here is so nice that it makes me uncomfortable. It's very strange. Diana says, so it's the creepy nice? No. People are just genuinely pretty nice, even you run into them on the street. And I'm so used to people on the street being dismissive or ignoring you or whatever that I'm like consistently baffled. I ended up having like a 40-minute conversation with some old guy I had never met before at a coffee shop because I was sitting outside enjoying the breeze. And he asked me about how to take a picture on his phone, and we ended up talking about plants and shit. And it was weird. And then when Paige showed up, she had to show him how to use the phone, the camera on his phone, because I don't have an iPhone. I didn't know what I was doing. Hey, Inkwell 1932 kicked in 500 bits. Thanks, man. What's up, Pat? Oh my god, I just read that. Shit. Thanks again, Inkwell. And Rum Tum Tugnut sub says, pretend I said something clever. Oh, good one, man. That's pretty solid. Definitely better than Go-Go Golem's jokes. And Doomsday Dan kicked in a sub. Standalone Warhammer 40k book recommendation. Titanicus has no Space Marines. And follows multiple POVs of a Titan war, ranging from Titan crews themselves to infantry on the ground, going, why the fuck are we even here? Hey, listen. Space Marines are a really cool default faction. However, it's pretty frustrating that like 70% of all Warhammer 40k stuff is Space Marines, when they have like 300 different factions. And that like half of that is Ultramarines, who suck ass, by the way. I can't stand the Ultramarines. You know why I can't stand Ultramarines? It's really simple. They're blue. They're bright blue with yellow trim. That's it. I don't like their color palette. Gold trim? Ugh. I'm literally wearing a blue shirt, Pat? Yeah, I sure am. And do you know what I wear sometimes? Other colored shirts. It's true. I swear to God, anyone who starts telling me that the Ultramarine armor is purple is getting a fucking day-long timeout. I swear to God. I can't, listen, I gotta play the game, and the game's gonna gaslight me. I can't deal with you guys gaslighting me too, okay? There's only so much gas I can light, alright? Okay? Alright. Hey, also, this has nothing to do with shit, but I'll tell you anyway. I've decided... I have decided in FF14 that I want the Dark Knight Sword Ziphius, which you can only get from Eureka. And Monkeyweed says it's not worth it. Here's the problem, Monkeyweed. The problem is that I have every cool Dark Knight sword in the game. Except for Ziphius. I have all the other relics. Have I gotten through Eureka once already? Nope. I got halfway through Anemos. So I would be starting from the beginning. So I am seriously considering. Oh, Kane Highwind, what's the Dark Knight sword that acts like a whip when you unsheath it? It's Seryu's from Stormblood. The snake guy. I am honestly considering doing like an extra stream once a week or once every 2 weeks just to rope some of you fuckers in to a goddamn Eureka group. Diana the Asian says she's not doing that, fuck off, and yet I bet you if I started streaming the FF14 and played the Eureka 2 or 3 hours in, there'd be a suspicious Diana character. Somehow I think you'd still be there. Yakimo Yomi, oh, now you want to play with us. I want to make it really clear. Streaming the Eureka would be so that I can mine all of you for your sweet, sweet monster killing abilities so that you could pop the fancy fates for my gems. You are an exploitable crowd-based resource. Now that's streamer privilege. All right. But before we get into that nonsense, and yeah, wait, the data center travel thing did kind of influence this decision. All right. Ruga Live says that's a fucked up way to describe chat. Absolutely not. I want to be incredibly clear, Ruga Live. I would never, ever describe people in chat or viewers as resources to be exploited. It's dehumanizing and just rude. You people are appreciated, and I am genuinely thrilled every single day that you guys like me enough that I get to do this. What I'm saying is that viewers that are FF14 players are a resource to be exploited. Because they're MMO players, and MMO players are garbage. Especially me, yes. So I'm garbage? Are you paying attention? We're gonna play a fucking anime mystery game. I didn't even shave my fucking neckbeard. You asking me if I think I'm garbage? The fuck out of here. All right. Let's play the video game. What? Where the video game at? Oh, hold up. I gotta try and, Elmo, why are you mad? Hey, hold up. It's the baby. Hello, babies. How are you today? How are you doing good? He's yelling. Isn't he smart? Alma, what are you doing? Are you a little baby? Are you your baby? Yes, you are a baby. Lem, 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 lem. Okay. There you go, buddy. Oh. All right. He's so fluffy, he is. Is Elmo in good health? According to the vet that we got him checked up on just a few weeks ago, Elmo is in excellent health, particularly in regards to his age. So he's doing great and has many, many more years in him. I still remember the old days before Pat had Elmo where he hated animals. JS Brand, I completely understand what you're saying, but I need to make a really clear distinction. That period never existed. Ever. I have always been totally obsessed with animals, be it pig or horsey or especially dog. What I thought was that all cats were assholes and would not let you pet them. So I did not like cats, because every cat I ever knew growing up did not let me pet it. So I thought that, well, why would anybody get a cat? They don't let you pet them. Right? And that's how it worked. The fuck is going on with my Somnium files shit? Well, my cloud saves are broken, so that's a little worrying. But we're just gonna play anyway. I said I want to play anyway. You fucking asshole. My local saves are gonna be fine, so fuck it. God damn it, it's fucking hot today. I got the sweatiest nipples around. You know it. Oh, it's like a pepperoni sauna.
Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor!
That corpse didn't teleport here after all. Firing your gun in here? Are you insane?
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Oh, what food do you make your visiting friends? None of these? Sushi? I don't know how to make eel. Alright, we gotta figure out what happened to fucking the Horadori. Let's do it.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that...
It has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Boo! The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs. The open space has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Wait, what? It's suction cupped on?
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th. Right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here.
That's it?
Well, satisfied?
No! Why would I be... I got no clues! What about the Nile message Tara sent Shinpei?
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
What about security cameras? I know no one's gonna... There's gonna be nothing.
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
I do remember that. So is Tara the culprit? I mean, probably.
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow.
I also feel
Chikara
this.
was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but
It's a bit
possible.
extreme, isn't it?
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Thanks, weirdo. Can't believe his parents died 6 years ago. That's crazy.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
Yeah, I bet,
What
huh?
do you mean?
I knew you would come see me.
So about this room, what's the deal with it, man?
As you know, this is the President's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes, the flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
So why the sunglasses, dude? You're indoors.
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
What? Anything suspicious about
Not
Tokiko?
really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
Thank you. So, Jin didn't teleport.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible.
Impossible.
We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm
Kappa.
sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
I don't super believe
Sure
you.
about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place?
I don't know.
Are you
I had
saying
some kind
there's
of mental
message
breakdown.
urging people to join Nyes in it.
Do you know anybody named Shinpei Wagai?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about
Oh,
Terra?
fuck.
I've heard that name on the news, yes.
Let's go.
Sorry about that, guys. Had a very urgent phone call come through. Back to the mystery.
This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be.
I don't believe
I'm sorry
you.
I can't help you, but
What about Chikara's murder? Any ideas?
I know of the incident, of course. However,
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's
Maybe.
a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations.
I mean,
It
maybe.
is true that NICE and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
So what do they believe in, you weirdos?
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what NICE believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game
Yeah.
lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris.
Maybe a
wherever
little
you
bit.
go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
But they'd still
That's
get
why they
died,
want to live
though.
here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
No. I mean, yeah.
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
Why'd you do your little gang sign when you said that?
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense.
I do remember
That
that.
is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history
All
who
right.
claim such ideas.
Plato.
way to prove
Come on,
it
hit
is
me
an
with the
illusion.
Plato
Is
cave
there?
analogy.
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
What about the Swedish philosopher?
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world?
No.
And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Oh, sure
Well,
then.
somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this. but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
No, it doesn't.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I
That's
have that right?
speculative fucking nonsense. Additionally, the simulation of the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe it. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of this Matryoshka aspect.
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before.
Yes, I have.
Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole.
That follows.
It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world, only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
What about processing speed?
Say this world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon.
Yeah, I remember reading about
a
this in
double
physics
slit
class.
experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Let me explain the double slit experiment. We shoot a ray of light towards a board with two slits in the screen. This causes the ray to be distorted to look like stripes. This is because the light has the property of a wave. And what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? The light molecules will show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing this, the stripes reappear. Why is this? The light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of the experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecules went through. This caused the stripes to disappear, and only two lines appeared. Isn't that interesting? When it's not being observed, they appear as waves. But as soon as you try to observe it, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem in molecular theory. One of the most confusing experiments ever. Makes no sense. Physics is weird. Backbreaker. That's a pretty nice
I
watch.
see. Then let us leave it at that.
Oh.
In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles, like reincarnation, or even bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Has this woman lost it?
Yup.
Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
This
Yeah.
bitch seems nuts.
Let's check with Wingsync.
What do you got?
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through Wingsync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind. Using a regular sync.
Oh boy, this is gonna be weird.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
How did I get her here?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
Oh.
No, I meant from boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea.
It's not.
Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems.
I'm gonna cause a problem.
You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
I'm gonna cause tons of problems.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
It's nice.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for nice.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
A. Angry. I. Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Somnium scan, activate!
But why? But why? Tokiko was threatening somebody by peering into her mind's abyss. We could get the
This
killer.
is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
Alright. Wow, you really can only interact with that ripped up book.
A book of Nai's teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase.
Parallel
The
worlds
intersection between
exist!
the warp and
No.
weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join Nai's to find out? Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book.
Well, that was easy. Well, that's not very helpful at all.
That's...
Eyeball.
When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur.
Right.
Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her Somnium, it must hold some significance.
Well, yeah, it's her whole cult bullshit.
That's just what we saw in the wink sink.
But who is it? Okay. Again? All into her writing in the...
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this Somnium has to do with what we found in the Nice book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't think it's completely unrelated, but...
The next suspicious
Hey,
thing
Boopus.
is...
The blood.
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
The blood is suspicious.
Let's dive in.
What? Dive? Here?
Yeah. Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And red. What if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this?
It is a little
weird
strange,
confidence
isn't
when
it?
it sinks?
Huh. Underwater, huh? Ah. Descend. This looks like the same office.
That was surprising. All of a sudden, we're out of the water.
We fell from up there.
But we ended up in the same room.
Did we?
Oh look, the book again.
Let's check it out.
Is it the same room?
This one's not ripped. Just another single phrase. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
Where the black light gathers.
Oh hey, it's a skull.
Whoa, skulls? Why is Tokiko thinking about this?
Wait, I sense something.
What is this thing?
Huh. You're not doing anything. With this and the skulls, this is getting really creepy all of a sudden.
Maybe that's the black. Let's just search the room for now.
Yeah, if we can't find anything, we'll reread the book and think through our options again.
Huh. Huh. Where the black light gathers.
A small skull. There's nothing suspicious about it.
All of intro writing and are strongly tied to those teachings.
It's a skull. A little on the small side.
What can this mean?
Ideas poured into writing. Right.
This one is bigger and misshapen.
Okay. Hey, it's Gen.
He looks like he's in pain. Why?
Huh?
What?
Disappeared. I wonder what the relationship between Tokiko and Gen is.
What was that?
Ryuki, you okay?
Oh, yeah.
Looks like the book was the hint. Where the black light gathers, sadness is born.
That was
After
strange.
this sync, we need to ask Tokiko about Gen.
Huh. Is that a dead body? Oh no! It's the kid!
Did you see that? It became Shoma for a split second. Maybe Tokiko is related to him as well.
Why Shoma? Tama, make chase! Throw yourself in the water!
You make it sound like I'm committing suicide. Okay, here we go.
I
Ryuki,
see.
you have 5 minutes remaining.
I know. Oh, it's all underwater here.
It's the same room again. But this time, the room itself is underwater too.
If this is the same as earlier, there has to be something related to Shoma.
It says, where the water and ideas flow, love is born.
More metaphors, huh? It must be some kind of hint, like last time. It's a hand. And this.
The non-upal X symbol.
I remember Tokiko mentioning it.
I'm curious about the water and ideas flow part.
Anyway, let's check inside.
Yeah, if we get stuck, we can read the hint again and figure it out.
All her ideas are poured into her writing, and the rules of this dream are strongly tied to it.
How should I check? A high five?
When in Rome. How about making the same hand sign? What are we doing wrong?
If we don't know, we should check the book again.
Huh. Yeah, okay. That's the one.
This world is a lie. Do you understand?
No.
Was that Tokiko's voice?
It sounded like she was talking to someone.
Yeah, I solved it. I'm a genius. Tokiko has... Think I got it.
Too bright.
I did not luck out, bitch.
You will follow my orders.
Tokiko's voice again.
I wonder who she's talking to. She can't be talking to herself.
Something resides, huh?
Four minutes remaining.
Is this?
Let's transcend this world together.
Nailed it.
She must be talking to...
Ryuki, look! Outside the window.
Shoma?
Is Shoma the killer?
What's going on?
Okay. That's a little confusing.
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma too.
Love is born.
Let's think about it later. Look at that.
Well, that's no good.
It looks painful.
I have a bad feeling about this. Follow it.
Okie dokie. Oh. Cool. This looks great. Just great. Oh, that's weird.
It's the same room again, but vertical?
This is really messing with my sense of balance. How far does this room even go?
Another book. Hopefully this is the last.
Oh, fuck it. What skill can defeat an old man? This one.
It says, when the eyes are met, death is born.
Death? Tokiko is getting more and more suspicious.
Maybe our focus should be on Nice.
Maybe. Oh, that's just a big old eyeball.
The book and an eyeball.
Do you think that's what is meant by eyes are met?
Maybe it's talking about me.
You are an eyeball. Tama, why don't you lock eyes with it?
Are you trying to kill me? It said death is born.
Then, when the eyes are met is...
Eyeball.
Big eyeball. What is going on inside her head that would make this appear?
Like I said, that old woman is crazy. So what's it gonna be?
Flip it.
And spin.
Nailed it.
I set the eyes to face each other.
Digging deeper seems Tokiko.
The Red Book.
This book is closed.
Open it!
Open. There are two eyes. Ryuki, if you're stuck, why don't you read the first book again?
Why didn't you point
You
it
have
towards...
3 minutes left. Get it together, Ryuki.
Why didn't you point it out? Like, it should have been directly across from the one in the middle.
An eyeball.
Spin it!
Is this what eyes meeting means?
Digging deeper seems her thoughts are more clear.
It's a red book of nice teachings.
It has an eye symbol.
It's filled with eyes.
Close.
Got it. So, did we make the eyes meet?
Lost all sense of emotion. Her mind resides completely within. Darn it. I got a double.
A red book.
Close it.
Got it.
Man, I'm the best at this. You're all jealous.
This should do it.
I can dream logic this shit like nobody else. Oh, her mind resides completely within Nirvana.
A new book.
When the eyes are met, death is born. Death. Tama, let's check that out too.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
It's a new book of nice teachings. This time, it's closed.
flip it?
Okay. Nothing is happening. It looks like a normal book.
It's kind of eerie, but you should look.
It's another red. Huh? A mirror.
Huh. Hey, there she is. Okay. Well, this don't make no fucking sense.
What was that?
So many people. What is Tokiko thinking?
Okay. Get in there.
So you want me to dive in again?
Yes,
Tama, go!
Okay.
Thought I was gonna fall forever.
You got some balls, Tama.
Thanks. But there's nothing here.
No, there's that
Doesn't
thing.
look like we can learn anything here.
Hmm? That's...
Wait, what? Okay. That's a little strange.
At the end of an incomplete world, truth is born.
What?
That's...
Manipul X. There's something there.
Let's go.
Fuck. Are you serious?
30 seconds left.
Are you actually serious with this? Oh, this sucks.
Ryuki, you're out of time.
This sucks.
It's almost time, Ryuki.
Huh? Already? We haven't even gotten close to the truth. Tokiko.
Wow. Wow.
So she does have a relationship with Shoma.
Maybe what we heard earlier was for Shoma to...
Love?
Look at...
Wow.
It looks painful.
I have fun.
That sucks so bad. You can skip with RT? See, I tried, but it wouldn't let me. I tried, but it would not let me. There we go. All right.
A big eyeball.
Like I said, so what's it?
Flip it.
You have 3 minutes left.
It's a
Get
red
it together,
book.
Ryuki.
Close it.
And I...
Flip it.
A red...
Close it.
Got it.
Bop it. Twist it. Fuck it.
It's a new book.
Fuck it.
Ryuki, less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
All right. I think I did it this time. Okay, yeah, I did it this time. You know, this feels really like an excuse to look at this chick's ass. Like a very thinly veiled excuse.
You have less than a minute left.
I'm working on it, computer. Computer, I'm working on it, okay? I gotta get to the fancy book. Fancy book. Give me the book!
I'm going to open it. Is it some kind of planning sheet? It says Nirvana Initiative.
The Nirvana Initiative.
Well, there it is, gang!
No good. There's too much blacked out.
Come on. Isn't there anything else?
Ryuki, we're almost out of time.
Wait. Try reading more of it.
Pewter, please.
But what the fuck is the Nirvana Initiative? Well, what is it? Why did she agree to this?
Miss Shigure, I've taken a look inside your mind, using this machine.
You're nuts, bitch! You're nuts!
Do you know someone named Gen Ishiagane? He appeared in your dream. Shoma Enda. I know you know about him. Can you tell me about your relationship with him? The Nirvana Initiative. Is it some sort of plan?
Oh, this was a really useful use of the goddamn fucking machine. Excellent. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Hey guys, you'll excuse me 2 seconds. I have to do something, and that something is pee, so I'll be right back. Excuse me.
Let's go. go.
Reload!
Let's go.
Reload!
Sorry about that, guys. I took a pee and then I realized the Boopus was hungry. And then he cornered me and demanded his nom-noms. So I fed him. Back to the... Wait, what? Wear a diaper like a true gamer? That's not gonna feed my dog. Wow, what a great goddamn interview I had. I like the part where I didn't learn anything. What to do with her?
Tokiko Shigure is not a suspect. We can't detain her without clear grounds to do so.
So we have to release her. I guess we have no choice.
But that Somnium was weird.
You don't have to explain. The images shown in Somnium are all displayed here in the control room.
It was weird in there.
It seems you have many questions for me, but I apologize. I'm afraid I have prior engagements.
Zangi!
Could you please visit me at
Zangi!
my office again at 10 o'clock
Zang,
tonight?
you stop that. No! No! You stop that. That boy's trying to get in the trash can.
I would be happy to share more information with you then. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, bye, you weirdo.
Wait, where's Pewter?
He went to see Tokiko off.
I see. So, what do I do now?
Figure that out yourself.
What do I do now? What if I did Tama? What if I became a Major League Baseball?
I know. I'll become a major leaguer.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Asked to tie me up in tortoiseshell.
They already did that yesterday. No more for a while.
Why not? Come on, just a little bit.
Want some pancakes?
You think this is a damn joke? Don't make me sentence you to a panting!
What?
What is that? Anyway, let's go see Gen and Shoma.
In that Somnium earlier, Gen appeared. And Shoma did too.
So Tokiko definitely knows them. And yet...
Could you please visit me at my office again at 10 o'clock tonight?
Tama, what time is it now?
A little past 1300.
Oh, we got tons
We
of
have almost
time.
9 whole hours until the appointed time.
Anyway,
Anyway, so we're gonna
Shoma.
discover a
Where are
corpse
they now?
in her office in 9 hours?
Well, I can't track down either of them. Either their phones are out of battery, their GPS is off, or they're somewhere without any signal.
Then we'll have to take a guess. Maybe Shoma is at school.
No, he hasn't been there in a while.
He hasn't been going to school?
It seems not.
Huh.
Well, I'll get to that later. So then Shoma must be at home. Or...
Yes, he
The
really
Ferris
likes this
wheel.
Ferris wheel too.
At the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Gen is probably at his restaurant, or the warehouse district at the port. He once told me he loves the warehouse district, and that he goes there all the time to look at the sea.
So we have 4 destinations to check. Let's get moving.
Let's fucking roll, loser! To his house! It's the most obvious start. Found him!
Shoma, the director of Horodori Institute, Chikara Horodori, was killed. Did you know about that?
Why are you asking me? Of course I know. A killer calling himself Terror did it. But he hasn't been caught yet.
That's why. I want you to help me. Help me uncover Terror's identity.
That's a suspicious book.
Why? Why me?
Why is your phone GPS turned off?
I had my phone turned off.
Why?
Because there was no reason to turn it on.
I heard you haven't been going to school. If you don't mind, could you tell me why?
I do mind, but can't you tell? I'm all alone, just like that Jin person.
Jin?
I read about it online. He had been sick for a long time. I don't know what his condition is called or whatever, but it was some sort of chronic disease. He was sick since he was young. Stayed in the hospital for a long time.
He was a Morbius!
Didn't have any friends. According to the article, he took his classes from the hospital. I felt bad for him. One is lonely enough as it is, but he's only one half.
Boo! Balcamaji.
I'm sorry, but please don't ask about my dad. I don't want to be reminded of him.
What's your relationship with Tokiko?
What?
Tokiko Shigure. I think you might know her. Then what about NICE? Tokiko is the president of NICE.
Why does that matter?
It matters. Terror is definitely related to the QR video. There's a high probability that the video was made by Tokiko, who's the president of NICE.
So what?
Parallel worlds exist, you little shit!
I just want to be left alone.
Tell me who the killer is!
I don't know much about that video. I barely even watched it. I only know about Bats 490.
That reminds me, you haven't told me the details of Bats 490 yet. The rumor is, people who decoded that video message have gone missing. But they all left behind the same clue. I've learned the secret of the world, but you haven't disappeared. Why?
Don't ask me. All I did was decrypt the code. I didn't go anywhere. The only thing I know for sure is that Bats 490 is an ARG. It's just a game. But the Nirvana trial, on the other hand...
Nirvana trial?
Hello. What's that? What's the Nirvana trial?
It's a video that's been going viral. It was uploaded to ViewCube first, and then it blew up from there. A bunch of people who watched it have gone missing.
Ryuki, I found the video. Do you want to see it?
Let's fucking see it!
I'll
Oh,
watch it later.
no, come on!
This is more important right now. Just so I have the facts straight. This is completely different from the QR video and Bats 490, right?
I already told you, Bats 490 is just a game. No one really went missing, and it had nothing to do with the secret of the world. But the Nirvana trial is different. It's not just a game, it's real. There's something seriously messed up about it.
You've seen it?
No, I was too scared. But people are going missing, one after the other.
Tama, any information on these missing people?
There are about 90,000 people who go missing in Japan each
Wow,
year.
that seems really high.
That means, on average, about 1,730 people go missing each week. This week, there have been 1,880 missing persons reports filed. That's 150 more than the average, but I can't say
Why is
whether
that so
it's related to
high?
the video or not.
Sorry, I need to go somewhere.
Wait, we're not done here.
You can keep the door unlocked. See ya.
I can't believe it. He actually left. What kind of person goes out and leaves a stranger in his home?
Nothing we can do.
Let's look
Looks
for
like we'll have to get
pornography.
moving, too.
I mean, no. To the hold on. To the department store.
Ryuki, why did you come here?
I thought Shoma might be here. I still need to ask him some questions.
But it looks like he's not here.
Looks like it.
Anyway, no point in staying here. Unless you're planning on doing a ritual to summon UFOs.
Maybe another
Is that a Silent Hill
Let's go
reference?
somewhere else.
To the harbor! A suspiciously similar harbor. Oh wow, it is the same harbor. Wow.
I don't see Gen anywhere. He's probably at the restaurant after all.
Oh, wait. Look, over there.
What?!
That's...
You know them?
Oh, no.
From 6 years
not
from
really.
now!
I've just seen them around before.
Dressed kind of strangely, don't you think? Maybe they're coming back from a cosplay event. Excuse me. I'm sorry, do you have a minute?
You.
Hello?
What's going on? What could he be plotting?
Damn, who is this? Who are you?
I don't need to tell you anything.
Do you know me? Why are you dressed like that?
None of your business.
And what are you doing?
Nothing. You're beginning to annoy me. Would you please leave?
Annoy you?
Fine. Then I will take my leave instead. The day to take action is approaching, and I must stop the plan.
6 years ago.
What?
There she goes.
What was she talking about?
I don't know. Cosplay band, maybe?
Don't think so.
I've never heard of a plan like that.
Then maybe it's a family plan.
Thomas, shut the fuck up.
Whatever the case, I think it's clear that that woman isn't all there. Let's forget about it. More importantly...
On to the next place, huh?
To the restaurant. 6 years from now.
Oh, Mame is here too.
Why are you here?
There's something I wanted to ask Gen.
And what would that be?
Well...
Are you dead? Are you okay?
I'm not sure why, but she seems to be a bit down today. I'm sure she'll be back to her usual self eventually. Please let her be for now.
How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might! Half for all, we are full-time heroes!
Wait, you're doing it now?
Hey, that's my thing.
What's wrong?
Maybe she lost 50,000 yen on pachinko slot machines.
I don't think she lost
This
50,000
isn't
yen on
boss we're talking
pachinko.
about.
Well, it's better than having loose slots in other ways.
What?
Other way?
Bitch? Are you serious?
You know.
No, I don't.
Anyway, your phone's GPS was off, bro.
Oh, it just ran out of battery.
You're watching too much porn.
Don't you have a softer way of saying that?
You're watching too much porn.
That's not what I meant.
So about Tokiko.
Gen, do you know a woman named Tokiko Shigure?
Never heard that name before.
Really?
Yeah. Who is this Tokiko person?
The president of an ideological society called Nizet Laws. Or NIZE.
Nice. You mean that secret society or whatever?
Yeah.
It actually exists? I thought it was just an urban legend.
That's because parallel worlds exist,
So what's
man.
that got to do with the case?
So I tried searching through Tokiko's memories using a certain device. While I was in there, I saw you.
I see. But I'm telling you, I don't know this person you're talking about. It could be someone else wearing the same mask.
That doesn't sound...
It's also possible that Tokiko knows Gen, but not the other way around.
So under murderous suspicion rules, what should happen is we're gonna go to her office and find her pinned to the ceiling in a half.
Is there anything you can tell me about the Nirvana initiative?
What is that? Is it some sort of plan?
I think so.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Hariyuki, there's something bothering me. Something is wrong with Amame.
Yeah, she doesn't seem very energetic today.
No, not that. Her heart rate jumped dramatically earlier. Right when she heard the words Tokiko and Nirvana Initiative.
What?
Really? Well, this is kind of sketch.
It's okay. It's okay. Everything will be fine.
What was that?
I don't know.
Hey, do you know some bitch named Tokiko?
Do you know Tokiko?
Do you know anything about Nirvana?
Do you know something about the Nirvana initiative?
Are you... Oh, come on.
Hey, Gen. There's something I want to ask Mame. How do you think I can get her to talk to me?
Let's see. Amame likes trivia, so maybe if you frame your question like a quiz?
A quiz. A quiz. Hey, Mame.
Highest mountain in the world is...
The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. But what is the second highest mountain?
K2.
I wasn't asking you.
Price of a ball.
A bat and a ball together cost 110 yen. The bat is 100 yen more expensive than the ball. So, how much does the ball cost?
5. You'd think 10 yen is the correct answer. But if the price of the ball was 10 yen, that would make the price of the bat 110 yen, which would add up to the 120 yen. Therefore, the correct answer is 5 yen. How cheap is that? Probably more expensive than Ryuki's bat and balls. What kind of pan?
What kind of pan can you not cook with?
The answer is simple. Panties.
Oh, come on.
Last man on Earth.
Last man on Earth heard a knock on his door. Who was it?
The last woman.
Good, huh? The answer was a woman.
Nope, that's wrong too. The answer is LGBTQ+. You're sorely mistaken if you think there are only men and women in this world, dumbass.
Well, I'm gonna give up.
No response.
I'm at a loss. Oh, I know.
Oh, Boopus.
Maybe if you play that
Boopus
song.
is here.
What song?
Hey, Boopus. I
One
love
moment,
you.
please. I'll get it ready.
My stinky Boopus dog is here, so that I may squish his burgers. Burgers. Ooh, squishing.
Late at night, I get a call from you. Satellites circle and fade from view. My voice wavers and my words fail me. So I'll sing. In the dark, the shadows settle in. We embark, but cannot see a thing. Rejoice,
Is this game a musical?
not alone you are renewed. Everyone is here with you. There
there is hope within that shining light. The more
Wow, this is very like 1995 Working Designs game intro.
within those tearful eyes, where it falls a gorgeous green will grow.
Working Designs, it was an old publisher. Is that a pool?
Those memories,
People know what I'm talking about.
those effervescent days, they will never change. They will never fade.
Wishing on a dream that seems far, hoping it will come today. Into the starlit night, through the streamers turn their gaze.
Thanks, Genny.
Waiting
I think
on
I
a
feel a bit
shooting
better.
star.
That's good.
Looks like Amame is back to her usual self.
Hey again. How's the prep work going?
Yes, I'm doing prep work for tonight. I can't make the dishes in advance, so I have to start from scratch every day.
You like the warehouse, don't you?
Did I say something like that before?
Yeah, I think you did.
I have fond memories of the warehouse district. I go there every morning and...
You always stop by there after stocking up at the market, right?
Do you go buy stock every morning?
Yes, since I can't store meat or fish in the freezer.
And the freezer in the back doesn't open anymore.
Why not?
I can't find the key.
The freezer is locked?
Yes, though I can still use the refrigerator, so I'm able to manage for now.
How's the restaurant doing?
It's doing all right. I can only do what I can to make my customers happy.
But you don't want Matsushita Diner to show you up, right?
Of course not.
So what was that song from earlier, anyway?
I was going through a very painful time of my life. It was so bad that I didn't even want to go on. Then, Genny played that song from earlier.
You mean he wrote it?
Well, yes.
The title is The Flower That Blooms in Snow. He recorded it on a cassette and gave it to me as a present.
Is that?
It's a portable cassette player.
Damn, that is retro as fuck.
This is my first time seeing one in person. That's a Volkman, right?
I always have the cassette player on me with the tape inside.
Wow, impressive. I didn't realize that not only are you a good cook, but you can write songs too.
This is a bit embarrassing.
So, why are you feeling down?
It was nothing.
Did you get jilted or something?
No. I just lost 50,000 yen on pachinko.
Damn it! Damn it!
Serious.
Do you know Tokiko?
I only know her name from the internet. I just love stories about the occult and conspiracy theories. And when I looked up Nyes, that name came up.
Then what about the Nirvana initiative?
I read about that on the internet too. It was on an occult news site. Supposedly, there's some sort of sinister plan by that name. But that's all that was written about it. Really, I'm telling the truth. Trust me.
Wait, did you just say trust me?
We didn't get leads despite all that time we spent here. Neither of them had any information on Tokiko.
But if that's true, why was Gen in Tokiko's Somnium?
Anyway, we can figure that out later. Let's investigate somewhere else.
Yeah, we gotta go find a corpse.
Ryuki, you look tired. Are you okay?
I've been better.
After all that, we haven't made any progress at all. It takes a toll knowing you've wasted your time on a case like this.
Why don't you rest for a bit?
I plan on it. That's why I came here. This place is always therapeutic for me.
Is that?
Oh, hey!
Leon.
What's he doing here?
Let's go find out.
Oh, it's you.
What are you doing, man?
I was watching the sky.
The sky?
Yeah, like I told you. I've dreamed about being up in the sky since I was a little kid. I always wanted to be a pirate.
You mean pilot?
Oh no, he's dumb. What are you drinking, bro?
Oh, this? It's Alfred. Non-alcoholic beer. I really love this drink. It was in that vending machine, so I got one.
Why are you here, man?
I like this part. It's quiet, peaceful, serene.
I know the feeling.
It's the perfect place to be left alone with your thoughts.
I agree. But what were you thinking about?
Oh, I just got a request from someone. I agreed to do it on the spot, but I'm not sure if it was the right choice. I've been wondering if I should have refused instead.
What was the request?
Can't tell you that. It's confidential.
Yeah, how about you tell me anyway, bro?
Well, I don't know the situation exactly, but I understand what you're asking. You want to get inside that facility and take a look around. Maybe there's something there. Though I didn't see anything last time I was there. Oh well. I'll accept your request. So stop making that face, alright? Cheer up, please.
Facility?
I don't know.
By tonight, he must have meant today. The night of the 12th, right?
Was he talking to
I would
Mame?
assume so. You did say he just got the request.
Who did it come from?
I can't tell.
Anyway, I'll be going now. Looks like you've got a lot on your plate, but try not to overdo it.
I'm definitely going to overdo it, don't worry.
By the way, Ryuki, about the Nirvana trial.
Now that you bring it up, we haven't watched the video yet.
Yeah!
Wanna watch it?
Hell yeah, I do!
Play it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please play it for me?
Very well.
Sick! Elephants, 'cause India! That's my kind of dank shit, I gotta admit. I love it. I love it.
Hey... Ryuki? Are you okay?
I'm morbing out. Now I get it.
What? What? It can't be. How? Why is it suddenly nighttime?
Don't you know? The Earth rotates toward the east.
How long I've been
so-
standing here, bitch?
What was I doing all this time?
You've been standing there? Like an NPC that froze up. Hey, what happened?
That's what I'd like to know. I watched that video and then I came to and now we're here.
Well, that's troubling. You should probably go see a doctor
What time is it,
if you're
Tama?
suffering from
21:30.
dissociative fugue states.
Could you please visit
In
me
fact,
at
you
my
should probably
office
go to the
around 10
hospital.
o'clock tonight?
Even if that is not a psychological cause, that could be a stroke.
Sheesh.
Or he could have had a seizure. I fucking knew it!
No.
It can't be.
This can't be happening.
You know, she destroyed that glass, saying she could resurrect herself.
You should talk to Mamoru before checking the body.
Yeah, I thought the ceiling would be cool.
Daddy's job is to help someone very important. I assist and protect that person from harm.
You're bad at it.
Yeah, Daddy's a professional. I won't ever let anything bad happen to him.
Also, tell your weird robot kid to wear some pants.
Yeah, I think we can strike him off the list of suspects.
So, when'd you last see her?
I think it was around 1400. The president got back from seeing the police, returned to this room, then I haven't seen her since. I'm not always in the president's office. I'm usually on standby in the room outside. I only come here when called.
Tokiko has been in this room since 2 p.m.?
She should have been, yeah.
Has anyone entered or left the room?
No.
No one.
Is it possible that someone was in there before 2 p.m.?
No. I'm sure you're already aware, but the security here is incredibly tight. There are security cameras all over the stairs and corridors, along with the elevator and outside the door. It's impossible to get in without getting noticed.
Ryuki, I checked the data on the security cameras. It's true that no one entered this room other than Tokiko. And no one left it either.
Oh, great, now we got a locked room murder. How was the body found?
The president informed me that you'd be here at 2200, so I let you through into this room. Then, her body.
Any security cameras in here?
Of course not. Who'd put a security camera in their own room?
Somebody that doesn't want to get fucking murdered, maybe?
Yeah, that door is the only way in or out.
No, it's not. That also opens up.
Anyway, I need to report to the people at Nye's.
Very well. Please don't let anyone out of the building.
Got it.
How did this happen?
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself.
Alright, so get up off the table, bitch!
One thing is for sure. Ryuki, look around the room. No traces of blood.
In other words, Tokiko wasn't killed here.
The culprit must have been Terror. He killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought her right half here.
But how did he get in the room?
We don't know how he left either.
What if he's still in this room?
No, that's not possible. I checked with X-ray vision. No sign of anyone and no biological responses detected.
Then he had to have escaped somehow.
I suspect the culprit's escape route and way in were the same.
It's right
So,
there!
Ryuki,
It's the
let's
sign!
look into finding the escape route first. We should know how the culprit got in once we learn how they got out.
Okay, let's investigate.
Before we begin, I want to point something out. The side with the window is the south,
Got it.
and the waterfall is to the north.
Got
I
it.
know that. Why are you mentioning it?
Shut your mouth! It'd be a pain in the ass if we didn't know which way was which. You should be grateful I told you.
Okay. Why are you angry?
Just zip it and get working, all right?
Let's look at this dead body.
It's Tokiko's right half. Just like before, it's been severed at the molecular level. The body appears to have been cut with the same instrument. And she was also bisected while she was still alive.
In other words, it's highly likely that it was the same killer.
Yes, that's why I said Terror is probably the culprit. The estimated time of death is approximately 3 hours ago, which would be around 1900 today. And that's when we were at Yoyagi Park.
Right, okay.
The room is inorganic as a whole, so this really stands out.
Sure does, doesn't it?
Looks like the statue is made of iron.
Good old iron.
This statue is iron too.
I see. Yeah, it's not relevant, my ass.
If you spin this around, a secret staircase from the floor
Won't appear. As I mentioned before, there are no traces of blood in the room. Not on this desk, the walls, or the floor.
Terror killed Tokiko somewhere else, then brought the right half of her body to this room. But how?
Front of the desk is pretty normal. Some more iron. It sounds like Parasite Eve, doesn't it? Alright. Let's switch.
A hidden passageway behind it?
Probably not.
Hello?
There's something in the floor.
Maybe it's a rail? It's embedded in the floor.
This is probably an electromagnetic rail. It extends from the corner of the statue toward the pond.
Right. Which this could move over.
There's something embedded in the wall.
Yep.
It's a keypad for a pin code.
But this frame is on there tight. It won't budge.
Maybe there's some way to move it.
Oh, another one.
The same kind of rail is over here, too.
It's even going toward the same direction. Looks like the wall behind this waterfall is made of tungsten.
Right.
It's a material that blocks X-rays.
Yeah.
So I'm not able to see anything beyond that wall.
That's highly suspicious.
Wait, what's this?
There are metal plates shaped like numbers embedded in the board at the front of the desk. So you're able to see them by using X-ray like this.
It's as if this was prepared just
Almost
for us.
like...
Who would do something like this?
Anyway, we can figure that out later.
Probably.
Let's focus on the investigation.
16 numbers in a weird-ass shape.
Is this?
What is it?
Inside Tokiko's womb. There are traces of her having given birth.
What?
Recently?
Though It wasn't recently.
Okay.
It has to have been more than 20 years ago.
20 years
Tokiko
ago?
As a grown child?
Yes, but there are no records of this anywhere in her family register. She hasn't filed birth registration, and there aren't any records of it in any medical institutions in Japan.
Huh.
What's this? There's an arrow under the symbol.
And 7 squares, too.
If you detected it with thermo mode, does that mean it's emitting heat?
It does
It
mean
must
that.
have a heating wire or something embedded in it.
Alright.
There's something coming out of it.
It's an infrared laser.
Sure is.
Normally it wouldn't be visible, even with thermo mode. But this place is full of water particles. The light hits the water particles and disperses, making it visible to the human eye.
The light is shining toward the northeast. It's crossing the pond in a diagonal line.
Right. Okay.
An infrared laser is coming out of the statue, too. It's crossing with that other beam.
This one's shooting toward the southeast.
All right, looks like we've investigated what we could for now. Now, let's get to solving the mystery.
How did the culprit get out of the room?
Through
That's
the
what you're talking
door!
about, right?
Yes.
Through the secret
So,
fucking
let's
door
begin.
in the logo!
The first thing that comes to mind is that rail under the floor.
The electromagnetic rail.
The rail leads from the statue toward the pond.
Yeah.
Do you think the statue moves along the rail?
Yes!
It's made of iron. So maybe it's pulled with an electromagnet.
It's probably operated with a remote control or something.
But I didn't find anything like that.
Then, please.
Tama, do you have a magnet?
No, I don't.
Well, thanks for
Besides,
nothing.
you can't move something like that with something as small as a portable magnet anyway.
Hello? Come out, remote. Where'd you go? I won't leave you alone anymore, so come on out.
Ryuki, are you okay?
Why do remotes go missing all the time? No
'Cause you
matter
move
how
them
many times you
constantly.
find them, they vanish within seconds.
I wasn't brought into this world just to look for remotes.
Let's calm down for a minute. You must have had a rough childhood. Take a deep breath. We can forget about the remote for now.
Let's use force!
Yes, we have no other choice.
So, let's get right to it.
Wait, don't actually move it until we're shooting.
What do you mean?
I mean when we actually record this with the camera and complete the film.
Why are you like this?
Quiet! I'm the director, so you follow my instructions or I'll fire you!
This statue is the same as the one we saw earlier.
The underground rail leads toward the pond.
Which means...
Let's lubricate the floor!
If you make the floor slippery, I'm sure it'll move on its own.
if that's your best idea, why don't I cover your whole body in lotion and drag you?
Let's use force
Well,
also.
there's not much else we can do.
So, let's get right to it.
You little shit! Don't make me send you back to the green room, damn it!
Oh, right.
Would you
We were
calm
still
your
in
fucking
rehearsal.
ass down,
I'm
bitch?
not supposed to move it until the shoot.
Yes, we don't want this important set to get damaged, right?
This is a set?
There was an input device behind this. You already know the numbers to enter, right?
Even if I did, I would need to be able to move the frame.
That's not what I asked. Do you know the code or not? In fact, I need you to know the answer. If you can't even solve this, you don't deserve to call yourself a member of Abyss.
So, can you tell me the numbers? It should be 7 digits.
What? Telling me you don't know?
No, that's not what I meant.
Then spit it out already. You quit screwing around.
You saw the non-equal X symbol using thermal mode, didn't you?
Yeah.
And there were 16 numbers arranged in a diamond shape. You should be able to use those numbers to figure out the answer. Now, try again.
But how can I see the fucking... Four, 6, 4, 4, 4, 6, 5. 6, 4, 4, 4, 6, 5. Four, 9, 4, 1. 4, 9, 4, 1. 4, 9, 4, 4, 9, 4. 4, 9, 4. 494 4941 4941 4941 495. What? 495. 491195. Okay. 4, then 3 times 3 is 9. Oh, God. Okay. 4921. 4921. 49212. 4921295. 4921295. God! Fucking damn it! God! Fuck! 49 492 4921 4921295 4921295. 149. One, 4, 9, 5. One, 4, 9, 5. 1495. 1495. 941. 1495. 941. Am I doing it left to right or fucking vertical or what? Okay. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. So that's 1, 4. 3 times 1 is 3 times 3 is 9. So 1, 4, 9. 4 times 0 is 1. 1 times 0 is 1. 1 times 5 is 5. So it's 1495. 3 times 1 is 3 times 3 is 9. So it's 1495, 9. Then 4 and then 1. So it should be 1495, 941. Four. 4. 3 times 3 is 9, so it's 4, 9. 2 times 0 is 1, times 2 is 2. So 492. Then 1 times itself is 1. So 4921. 492112. 492125. So 492125. I can't figure out what it wants. I can't figure out what it wants. Like, does it want me to multiply it? If it wants me to multiply it, where does it want me to start? No, that's not it. If it's a times, then... What about 4624? 4624. 46244. 46. No. 4644465. 4644465. No. Okay, what about 1479? 1497. 741. 1497. Wait, no, that's wrong. 1479, 741. I legit can't figure out what it wants from me at all. Does it want me to multiply the numbers to get an answer? Does it want me to multiply them in vertical or horizontal rows? Why orb? Why chat say orb? What does that mean? What? I'm fucking thinking! I can't figure out what it wants! Okay. 16 numbers in a diamond shape. Combining those. So it does want to add. But I've added them both vertically and horizontally and I don't come up with anything. No, if I go through diagonals, that I get 8 numbers. Four, 9, 2. 4, 9, 2, 1. 4, 9, 2, 1, 2. 4, 9, 2, 1, 2, 9, 5. 4, 9, 2, 1, 2, 5. Fuck. Fuck, I dropped my fucking bottle cap. Fuck. Alright, there's 7. So I need something that comes out in 7 digits. Combining them or multiplying them vertically from left to right seems like it would work. It doesn't. What about doing it backwards? 5, 9, 5, 9, 2, 1, 2, 9, 4. 5, 9, 2, 1, 2, 9, 4. No. Four times 9 times 2 times 1 times 2 times 9 times 5 is 6,480. That's not it either. I can't figure out your emote language at all, guys. Okay, that was worth a shot. 149. Are you sure I'm multiplying right? Yes. 4 times nothing is 4. 3 times 3 is 9, so that's 4, 9. 2 times 0 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2, so 4, 9, 2. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 4, 9, 2, 1. 4, 9, 2, 1. Then 2 again. 4, 9, 2, 1, 2. Then 9. 4, 9, 2, 1, 2, 9, and then 5. Four, 9, 2, 1, 2, 9, 5. Alright, we can do it slightly differently. We can do 4, 9, 1, 1, 1, 9, 5. No. I feel like there's some kind of simple arithmetic error that I'm making here that's making it impossible. Is that what's happening? Okay. Four times nothing is 4, right? Okay. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 0 is 1. Times 2 is 2.
Yeah, good job. That's probably the answer.
Anything divided by 0 is 1. Right? Okay, this doesn't make any sense. I feel like a teacher in the 90s lied to me. Because I have been under the impression that things times 0 is equal to 1. I have literally thought that my entire life. So parallel worlds exist.
Probably.
I mean, it's not like I actually checked. I don't know whether those numbers are correct or not.
I'm so mad.
The rehearsal
I'm so
is now
mad.
over. It's time to start. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to start filming. Ryuki, you're going to play the fleeing culprit this time. The one who placed the right half of Tokiko's severed body here. You just finished a big job. You need to get out of here, fast. But if you leave the conventional way, you'll be spotted by the surveillance camera. Same thing for when you entered, too. The culprit used some special method to get in and out of the room. Now, I want you to consider the situation, and whatever you might be feeling, use it for your performance.
Hey, is it really necessary to act?
Shut up! Okay, here we go. Ready? Action!
I'm the one who killed Tokiko Shigure. I brought the body here for some reason.
For some reason.
Now that I'm done here, I'm gonna leave.
Terrible acting, as usual.
Thank you.
Give me a break.
Okay, what did the culprit do first to escape?
Well,
They
there's
moved
that
the statues.
electromagnetic rail in the floor leading to the pond. It pulls the iron statue with magnetic force. The culprit probably used a remote control, but I can't find it, so...
Thank you.
I'll try forcing it.
Zangief, you stop it.
Something happened.
It's because it touched the infrared laser from the southwest statue.
Ah!
So the statue was moved so it would hit the laser.
What did the culprit do next?
Thank you.
He must have also moved this statue with a remote.
Okay, go.
The statue begins moving via the electromagnets. The culprit grins
Thank you, shut up.
maniacally, his plan in motion.
Stop!
Hmm?
Can you not read the stage directions out loud? You're supposed to play the part of the culprit.
But what's the point of...
Don't talk back to the director! Don't make me throw a fucking ashtray at you!
Oh no! I need to hurry, or someone's gonna see me! Hurry! Hurry! Move already!
Good, Ryuki, that's it! That's the performance I wanted to see!
But like I said, the culprit probably had a remote.
It's fine. This scene is where we show the screaming of the culprit's tortured heart in monologue.
Alright. This statue reacted to the laser too. I see. So this is how it works. So I
Yeah.
just need to enter the number from earlier, right? 49011095. There.
Oh, there goes the waterfall.
Look, a hidden door.
It's more than a hidden door. It's an elevator. See? There's a button pointing down next to the door.
This is the highest floor of the building. Looks like this elevator is only for going down.
Let's try pushing it.
Let's do it!
Now we know Terror's escape route.
And the way he got in.
Terror used this elevator to bring Tokiko's right half into the room.
And he must have used the same method to get out.
The statue and non-Yipple X symbol must have been set up to return to their original positions automatically. Anyway.
Let's see where it goes.
Down there.
I bet it's spooky.
What is this place?
Whoa! This a big old cult zone.
It looks like we tunneled to the other side.
This is the cathedral!
You mean we're underground?
Yeah, more than 160 feet deep. Radio waves are completely cut off due to the depth. We can't connect to the network, so keep that in mind.
This was the cathedral in the Somnium. I estimated the depth by calculating acceleration and time spent in the elevator.
Anyway, let's start looking around. Maybe we'll find some sort of clue.
Yeah, probably. What about this box?
What's this? It's mechanical.
Some sort of device, maybe?
Can't you analyze it?
Not from here, no. At the very least, it doesn't seem to be explosives or poison gas.
You mean it's safe to open?
Probably. It's a box. There was a strange device inside.
This is kind of creepy.
Ritual
Maybe
platform!
It's a pedestal for performing some sort of ritual.
Like offering a sacrifice.
It's not an ironing board, that's for sure.
Tokiko. She said Nyes isn't a religious group. But this is clearly...
It's definitely got some cold vibes going on.
Big cult. Extreme cult. Highly cult. Cult.
A Nyes symbol here, too.
A non-Yipple X.
Cult. 6 years ago.
Sand is coming down from above.
Looks like the ceiling has degraded. I hope it doesn't come down on us. Don't tell me you're going to open it.
Open it!
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Open it!
Why not?
Well, just a hunch.
It should be fine. You said it's safe to open.
I did add probably.
Still, we can't just not check it.
You can't get the treasure unless you lay the dragon, huh?
No.
There's so much wrong with that statement. But yes, that's the idea.
I still don't know what it is.
What was that sound?
Ryuki, a biological signal has been detected. They're somewhere close.
I don't see. Oh, hey, what? What?
What the?
What?
Why do you look like that?
Why do I see them?
What do you mean?
Anyway,
Hey! Freeze!
This is getting really weird.
What is this?
Oh, he just got dosed. That box totally dosed him with some kind of hallucinogenic drug.
Ryuki, there's a torch coming down from above!
Oh no! What?
Ryuki! Ryuki!
You all saw it. I moved it to the right.
There's another one!
Damn it.
Nice.
Hey! I said stop!
Uh-oh. Yeah, why can't Thomas see who it is?
Boss! I apologize for yesterday!
Ryuki, we wouldn't need police if an apology solved everything.
Oh, that's good. I like
I
that.
know you're doing your best on this investigation. Nevertheless, your screw-up yesterday really cost us. The investigation hasn't been proceeding like we hoped.
I'll make up for it! Please, give me another chance.
This reminds me of something. My daughter's been begging me not to decrease her allowance when she gets bad grades.
Isn't your daughter a cat?
I thought you were a bit more capable than this, Ryuki. I mean, I got chewed out by my higher-ups, too. After work tonight, I'm going to my favorite host club and popping every champagne bottle in there.
Damn bitch, you crazy. About your daughter.
Your daughter? I'm still not used to hearing that.
Oh? Well, I guess it's true that I don't give off a maternal image. I haven't done anything motherly at all, really. My daughter just turned 18 last year, but she pretty much grew up all on her own.
18? She's older than I thought.
You wouldn't think it looking at this figure, huh? She's a grown woman now. She's capable of handling her business. Unlike a certain someone who gets overeager
Do we know
and screws up big time.
her daughter? Any new info?
Nothing other than what you already know. Oh, right. There is some news about the case. It has an official name now. The half-body serial killings. But that's pretty long, so we've just been calling it the HB case.
The HB case.
Now you know how the media is. You don't solve this quick and they might end up calling you the half-brain investigator. So you'd better start getting things done, Ryuki.
I'm gonna show some motivation.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half-might!
Excuse me?
What I'm trying to say is, I'm motivated, so please let me stay on this case. I'll solve this case no matter what it takes. In fact, I'm the only one who can.
Look, you realize it was that kind of gung-ho attitude that led you to making that mistake yesterday, right? I understand you want to distinguish yourself, but you're biting off more than you can chew.
But I can't just stop now. I should be able to handle this better than anyone.
Why?
Ryuki, boss is right. You're getting too impatient. Your life isn't over because of one little slip-up. More importantly, you need to accept your faults and learn from mistakes.
Why are you so well suited to it?
I understand your enthusiasm, Ryuki. So I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself. I want you to continue investigating this case.
Thank you!
But I need you to follow orders from above.
Orders from above? What do you mean?
It's official. Kuruto Ryuki, you're being demoted to a police officer.
What?
This is for yesterday's fiasco.
Wait, you mean like a normal cop? That's terrible! That's way too harsh!
However, I'll give you 3 days. If you can resolve the case within that time, I'll take back your punishment and you won't be demoted.
3 days?
Ryuki, we should look at this in a positive light. We can continue the investigation, and if we can solve it in 3 days, you can avoid demotion.
It's impossible. We barely made any progress. How can I solve the case in 3 days?
Ryuki.
Demoted? Me?
To a
I'd rather
fucking
be a bum
cop?
in the street than a disgraced cop.
Ryuki!
Oh, and the communication system still hasn't been fixed. So any data Tama obtains can't be uploaded to the cloud yet. So just like I said before, Tama's data will be lost if her body is damaged. Be careful.
Got it.
You seem completely out of it.
Ryuki.
I'd rather fucking die than be a cop, says cop.
Are you okay, Ryuki?
Yeah. I think the scenery helped me calm down a bit. But to think... demoted. Me.
You still have 3 days. If you can solve the case by then...
It's impossible. I can't believe I was told this today, of all days.
Okay, here we go.
Today was the day I lost my other half.
Pulled out a broken watch.
I had a younger twin brother. He had a strong sense of justice. Whenever he saw evil, he would stand up to it, face it head on, no matter what. That's just the kind of guy he was. His dream was to become a detective and help bring all the dangerous criminals in Japan to justice. My brother and I were really close, and we hung out all the time. It was like he was another me. But on that day, 6 years ago...
6 years ago?!
City, and we happened to see a wanted criminal. I called the police right away, but the culprit tried to flee on a big trailer truck. He was about to get away, so my brother tried to stop him, and he ended up in front of it.
Did he cause the car accident?
He got run over, crushed half his body. This is the watch he was wearing. His time has been frozen since, and I lost my other half. My brother died 6 years ago, on February 13th. Today was the day. But I guess there's no point in me telling you all this. You already know my entire history.
I hate that criminal.
I hate the criminal that killed my brother. I wish I could catch him and rip him to pieces. And not just him. I hate them all. All the evil in this world. I hate it all.
Then... are you really going to give up now? If you give up, the evil wins.
The evil, that's
Ryuki,
right.
Isn't there something you should be doing for your brother? Think about it.
Yeah, you're right, Tama. Thanks for reminding me of my promise to him. I'll become a hero of justice. That's why I decided to carry on his dream and be a police officer. If I fall into the bottom, I just need to crawl my way back up. I can't let it get to me now.
Why'd I become a sinker? Is it because I didn't have an eyeball?
This was so I could encounter the more vicious criminals. The foul, immoral kind that evade the law. Sinkers dig deep into their hearts and make them pay.
Not really.
That's my idea of a hero. I lost something of mine
actually,
in order to become a sinker. One of my eyes. I had to extract my eye to become a sinker.
So you could transplant an AI ball. Me.
The surgery was last summer, right after I was assigned to Abyss.
Yes, so you and I have known each other for about half a year now.
I've lost many things along the way, but thanks to you going into my left eye, I feel like a lot of that emptiness has been filled.
Ryuki.
Tama, as long as you're with me, I can keep going. No, I have to keep going. For my brother, I'm going to catch the HB killer.
No, you're not. But, you know. You're not actually going to, but I appreciate the attempt.
Then it's time to pull myself together and get back to the investigation. So, got any new intel?
What?
I'm sorry. Do you have any new information for me, please, ma'am?
Yes, I do. I looked into Chikara Horidori some more and came across something fishy. Also, I found something interesting about Shoma.
Well... Okay, I'm getting a call.
Before we go, you have a call from Iris.
Iris? Do
Ryuki?
parallel worlds
To
exist?
tell you about the case.
What is it?
Well, I'm sorry. Recording is about to start, so I can't really get into it right now.
Damn it, Iris!
Would you be able to visit Lemniscate later?
Lemniscate, the talent agency Iris belongs to. The building also has a small recording studio.
All right, I'll see you there later.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. About Chikara.
Chikara was doing some dubious research in the past.
His current research is pretty dubious too. Rewriting DNA to achieve immortality.
It was even more questionable than that. Rumors say there were even human experiments.
Oh wow, how could that be possible? Who could do that?
Anyway, word moves fast, and the Research Institute was temporarily shut down. This happened 9 years ago.
9 years
During
ago?
That time, Chikara went missing for a bit to avoid being investigated.
Impossible. That's not 6 years
What
ago at
about the
all.
current institute?
It was reopened after things had settled down. Of course, that required a massive amount of funds, which was provided by Riichi Chieda. Kizuna Chieda's father.
Huh. Who's
Riichi
Riichi?
Chieda is an extremely wealthy investor. He's rich enough to be on the list of the world's most wealthy people. He's involved in a wide range of business ventures and holds many different titles. Investor, philanthropist, the founder of the Chieda Foundation, a university professor emeritus, and national goodwill ambassador.
I feel like I'm looking at the
All that,
next
he
murder
also
victim.
became the chairman of a social welfare corporation, Iowan.
Iowan?
It's an orphanage. Seems that's where he is now.
What is it that bothers you about Shoma,
The
though?
location indicated in the hidden message in Bats 490 was a research institute. That's what Shoma said, right?
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't Horidori Institute. I read through a ton of speculation threads online, and none of them mentioned Horidori Institute.
Then where was it, really?
I don't know. All I know for sure is it wasn't Horidori Institute.
Then that means Shoma lied. I have to talk to him. Where's Shoma
But he
now?
lied in a way
I
that
don't
would
know.
get you to go to the
Looks like he
right
turned
place.
his smartphone off. But we do have a lead. Remember what Komeiji said?
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too. He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time.
Ferris wheel. The one on the rooftop amusement park at Misaton.
We gotta go to the Ferris wheel so we can find out about the orphans they fed to the human DNA experiments to prove that parallel worlds exist.
Misaton.
That's what's going on in this
And the
fucking
third
game.
is Lemniscate.
There's one more place I'd like to go. Marble in Golden Yokocho.
Ah, Mama the Informant. You suspect
Oh, I
she
like
might
the
know
hat.
something.
I like the veil.
That's right.
Then let's get going.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. Ugh. Apologies, guys, but I'm about to fall fucking asleep, and that seems like a good place to call it for today. And parallel worlds do exist. We probably would have been able to get farther in the thing if I didn't get stuck on that goddamn fucking puzzle, which I am still very mad at. I'm very upset. I don't like it. Don't like it even a little. Ugh. Alright. That puzzle actually sucks. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate it. I thought the wrong thing about math. I was taught math wrong. But I bet Eichmann didn't get taught math wrong. Thanks, Eichmann. I appreciate the sub. Nelson sub. Let's not mince words. This is for the dog and the cat. I can appreciate that. Kitsuo Tabru sub to say 6 years ago. Thank you. Mr. Fantastic sub. Rewatched Last of Us playthrough. I'm still in shock with how well the game ended and how much of a mess 2 was. Anyway, congrats on the healthier lifestyle. Pet the babies. Will do. Thank you. Yeah, I love the ending of the first one. Solrex sub. Thanks, man. Future City 10 kicked in 500 bits. Thanks, Future City. Did Michael Kirkbride work on this? Every time the cult leader talks, I'm reminded of the Shezarine and Godhead from Elder Scrolls. Next, she'll start talking about the concept of merged dichotomy and duality and just name drop the Enisiomorph. Bonus points if she describes something akin to the dream sleep. I do not know what the fuck you are talking about. But sure. Big Brother Ganon sub. How's it hanging, little man? It's alright, thank you. Concrete sub. Thank you. Anonymous Cheer kicked in 1,000 bits. Thanks, Anonymous. And Concrete gifted a sub. Thanks, Concrete. Mr. Drucifer subbed. 10-month Roonies, baby. Thank you, Drucifer. Perfectus Corgi sub. Thanks, man. I noticed you took the officio off. It's easier to say. Thanks, dude. Black Mage sub. Sun go down to the Earth's crust. Maybe. Maybe a little bit. Bring sub. So did Occam's Taser. Very Best Plot and Endy Filter. Thanks, guys. And Mighty Max gifted a sub. I appreciate it, dude. Alright. That's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to go raid someone. I don't know who's streaming. We're going to find out in a second. Oh, let's just go raid Jenna. I don't know what she's up to, but she's probably having fun. Alright. I'm going to do the raid button. Say hi to Jenna for me, as always. And y'all have a good rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow for the Minerva's Den, I think. Alright.